Winter can feel like a frustrating time in the garden. The ground is frozen, nothing's growing, and it can feel like there's nothing useful to do out there at all. But over the years, I've realized something important. Winter is actually where most gardening success or failure begins. This is the time when decisions get made, quietly, often without much thought. It usually starts with seeds. Catalogs arrive, emails land in the inbox, and before long you're ordering things because they look good or because you grew them once, or simply because you've forgotten what you already have. I've lost count of how many times I've ordered duplicate seed packets or bought varieties that never really suited my space, my soil, or the time I actually have available. And the truth is, most of that comes down to relying on memory. We think we remember what we grew last year. We think we remember what worked. We think we remember what didn't. But memory is unreliable, and especially when you garden year after year. And that winter is when those small mistakes quietly stack up. Not because we're careless, but because we don't have a clear overview in front of us. This is the point where I now slow everything down. Before I order a single seed, before I plan beds or make lists, I stop and review what I already have, what I actually enjoyed growing, what earned its place in the garden, and what didn't. This is also the stage where the app really starts to matter for me. Not in summer, not when everything's busy, but right here when the garden is quiet and the thinking is clearer. Having everything in one place changes how you approach this part of the year. It turns winter from a frustrating pause into something genuinely useful. Because planning isn't something you rush through, it's something you do carefully before the season decides things for you. Once I've slowed down and reviewed what I already have, the next question becomes much more important. What am I actually going to grow? And why? This is where a lot of gardeners, myself included in the past, get caught out. We grow things because they look good online, because someone recommends them, or simply because we always have. But growing space is limited, time is limited, energy is limited, and if you're honest with yourself, not everything earns its place. Over the years, I've learned that deciding what not to grow is just as important as deciding what to grow. This is also where organisation really starts to matter. I think about what worked last year, what struggled, and what simply wasn't worth the effort. I look at how much compost I had available, how much space I realistically managed well, and how much time I could actually give the garden once the season got going. This year, that thinking matters even more because I've got a greenhouse coming into its first proper year and compost bays that need managing properly from the start. Those things sound exciting, and they are, but they also add complexity. If you don't plan around them, they become another source of pressure later on. This is where having everything written down in one place makes a real difference. Instead of juggling ideas in my head, I can see what I'm planning to grow, where it might go, and how it fits into the bigger picture of the garden. It stops decisions being made on the fly. It also stops me overloading myself, which is something I've learned the hard way. The app fits naturally into this stage because it supports that decision-making process. It's not about telling you what to grow. It's about helping you see your own garden more clearly. And once you can see it clearly, the decisions become calmer and more realistic. By the time spring arrives, you're not reacting anymore. You're already organised and ready for the season ahead. By the time you reach this point, something shifts. The garden might still look quiet, the ground might still be frozen, but mentally, you're already well into the season. This is something I didn't always understand. For years, I treated planning as something you did quickly just to get it out of the way. The real gardening, I thought, started when seeds went into the ground. But experience has taught me otherwise. Planning is gardening. It's where you decide how much pressure you're going to put on yourself. It's where you decide what kind of season you want, frantic or manageable, overwhelming or calm. When planning is done properly, spring feels very different. You're not reacting, you're not rushing, you're not trying to remember what you meant to do, you already know. This is exactly why I built the app. Not to replace knowledge, not to automate decisions, but to support the thinking that happens when the garden is quiet. It holds the notes you'd otherwise forget. It keeps the plans you'd otherwise juggle in your head. It helps turn intentions into something practical and usable when the season starts moving fast. And that matters, because once growth begins, everything accelerates. If you've done the thinking in winter, spring becomes lighter, more enjoyable, more focused. Instead of asking yourself what you should be doing, you're simply doing it. For me, that shift changed how I garden. It made the whole process calmer, more deliberate, and far more rewarding. So if your garden feels still right now, don't see that as lost time. This is the moment where the season is quietly being shaped, and planning, done thoughtfully, is very much part of the work. Your growing companion is not a design tool, so if you want to design a growing space by moving boxes around on a sheet of paper, then it's not for you. The app is here to help you, guide you even, with gentle reminders to get things done, encourage you with tracking your progress, and let you see how things are doing. I regularly contribute to many questions from viewers wanting answers on identifying plant problems or insects being good or bad. Your growing companion helps you with all these questions, and the best bit is you can also have this on your mobile. So if you are in your garden and come across something you are not sure about, you can ask the app's assistant your question, upload a photo if you want to, and then get the answers to help you on your way. There's so much to this app, even using your voice to update things. If you would like more information, you can click the link and it will take you to our website, diaryofanorganicgrower.com. Whether you have an allotment, a small backyard, a balcony, or a large growing area, as an organic grower myself, I built this app to help me, and now it can help you too. And it is completely ad-free. You can sign up for a 7-day free trial. No need to add any payment details. And then if you want to keep using it, it's £7.99 a year or $9.99. Having checked my app this morning, I know I have a task to complete, and that is finishing the tidying in the new greenhouse. So I will crack on with that and look forward to catching you again very soon. So for now, take care.